Welcome back to the Henderson Advocacy Whiteboard sessions. Today, what we're going to talk about is why timing the market, which is a common consensus among a lot of buyers at the moment, may not actually be the right strategy for you. So what a lot of people are trying to do at the moment is they're waiting for the interest rates to increase, and the mentality is as interest rates increase, property prices will fall and their budget will be able to buy them more, or essentially get them a better quality asset, which at a high level seems logical, right? The lower the prices are, if you've got the same amount of money, it's going to buy you more, just like when things are on sale. But what people forget is as interest rates increase, their serviceability decreases. And it actually decreases further than what the property prices are likely to fall. So every time the interest rates increase by 1/2%, which has been the last couple of times they've increased, your serviceability actually decreases by around about 5%. So hypothetically speaking, if you had a $500K serviceability, which means you could buy a property for $500,000, on Tuesday we had a 0.5% interest rate increase. Now, since Tuesday, property prices did not decrease by 5%, but your serviceability, as soon as that interest rate increase happened, then went down from 500,000 to 475,000, which means you're going to buy a lower quality asset. Now, compound that by 3 interest rate increases, and all of a sudden your serviceability has gone from what would have been 500,000 at the start of the year, now a lot closer to 400K. And for a property price to fall from 500 to 400, we're talking about a 20% decrease in asset values, which people are predicting, but it has not happened yet. So by waiting the market out, what you're actually doing is putting yourself in a worse position. And this is why I tell people to never try and time the market. And it's all about being ready when you're ready, not the external factors. Because if you would have bought a $500,000 property at the start of the year, for example, you would have got a $500,000 asset. You would have got a really good quality asset. But now you're looking at around $400,000, and the reality is you're probably not going to be happy with a $400,000 property. So you're probably going to wait even further. And what actually happens is, let's say your serviceability doesn't decrease any further. So you're staying at $400,000, and property prices may come down to say $450,000. So that's a 10% decrease, which is the biggest decrease on the median we would have had in almost Australia's history. As soon as one interest rate cut happens, so interest rates go from say 2% cash rate down to 1.75, that's going to stimulate the market, and we're likely to see a significant increase in prices really, really quickly, because property prices usually increase much quicker than they decrease, and your serviceability is not going to increase, which means you then get even further behind the 8 ball, because it'll go from 450 back to 500 where it was, and then it'll be 550, 600, and your serviceability is still going to be at that 400K. So essentially the message I'm trying to push here is, instead of trying to time the market and try and pick the bottom and try and pick up a bargain, get into the marketplace when you're financially ready and have a long-term view, because you're going to do much better.